the pass to clean it up for him.
Well, not only that, but Barca are also consistent when it comes to offense. They're the best shooting team in the league right now. They shoot at 26% as a unit.
And what is this card, Jorby? I mean, you looked at the tier list.
Well, hang on. I got to look at Flakes again. I'm looking at Alpha right now as he pitches it downfield. You know what? You know what? This one's got me. I'm not even gonna try. I looked at the tier list, but I think I ignored this car.
Is the Ghostbusters?
I think so. I love how the back doors swing open when he boosts. That's amazing.
So now anytime he scores, we're gonna say who are you gonna call? Flakes.
Flakes Buster. Well, never a dull moment watching Barca play. So Ronicky pulls off that ball, and it actually gave Flakes space. The defender was expecting Ronicky to go for that. Ronicky almost has the shot, but it's blocked by Fairy Peak. It's something that I still think is going to plague Vitality in this series against a good offense like Barca is their defense barely hanging on. K-Dop having to race back for that save. Vitality moving back down the pitch. Alpha trying to find a touch. It's not there, but that touch from Devo wasn't good enough. Fairy Peak's shot is blocked again, this time by Ronicky. And now Barca get out of danger. Back the other way. Flakes tried to sneak it in. Fairy Peak has the save.
A good pre-flip from Flakes to get to that ball. He also got the bump. He's been on low boost forever, finally getting a full boost, or full tank of boost rather. Good tip at midfield as well. He'll stay with it.
Every time it cuts to his car, man. That's a shot blocked. Again here by Fairy Peak. Devo wraps around on the flick. Drops it on the nose. No boost. Great win on the 50, but it's cleared away by Alpha. We saw Alpha really get involved in the offense, like you said, the last time we watched Vitality play today. And that's exactly the explosiveness that Vitality wanted when they picked up Alpha 54. But it's got to be consistent, and right now, Barca are doing a great job of controlling the ball, and they're one of the best teams at that. Especially in their own half, they'll always shovel it out, dribble, make you miss. It's part of why they're so good on the transition, and even that chip, it makes things awkward for Vitality. Now they're losing their own boosts. They don't have midfield at all. K-Dop's forced to chase this ball down. He does make a good touch here for Fairy Peak, but in position for Barca are Flakes. And here's Devo looking for Ronicky. He's got him, and that's a goal for Barca.
Ronicky waiting in the middle. That shooter's instinct. Devo does so well to get the first touch set up, bait in the defender, and then a primo pass over to Ronicky. Barca, they dealt with the pressure fine. This has been a game one where you can tell they're just trying to fill each other out. It's a battle for control. Barcelona, they're matched up nicely to this Vitality giant.
And even when Vitality seemed to close, here's a shot from K-Dop, it's blocked. That one off the back wall. Another shot high and blocked. Ronicky standing up in net. Flakes looking for the clear.
And Flakes made a huge save just before that as well.
Oh, Devo tried to find the read. He didn't need to. And Devo is not a player we've mentioned on this Barca squad, but he's kind of like the Casio of this team. He's doling out the passes. He's keeping it close, and he's looking for his teammates, and he always finds them. That was the role Devo played last season when Bluey was on this squad. I just felt that Devo was inconsistent in that department last season. He's been much better.
Yeah, you can see it just from that first play, and it's the reason why he's leading the league right now in assists. Came in averaging over an assist per game.
That shot is off where the crossbar and the post meet. Vitality, despite pressure, despite winning this 50, Fairy Peak's got no boosts. Devo fighting against K-Dop. K-Dop waited for the touch shot, blocked again. Ronicky or Flakes or Devo, it doesn't matter who's on the line. They answer the call. Another save, and now going the other way. Ronicky's got space, he's got Flakes down, and it's blocked. Knocked away this time. Devo takes it away. Vitality's just losing this boost battle, James.
Ooh, but that play there, Flakes
dangerous.
Needed to get that infield pass much more. Now the counterattack is on. Just missed from K-Dop. Vitality had a golden opportunity.
That was twice now for K-Dop. He hit the corner in the crossbar on the left side, and then he hit it on the right side.
K-Dop's normally the one who's hitting any shot you give him.
The king of scoring half chances. And he can't even find a quarter right now against Barca. 20 seconds remain. Despite the pressure here from Vitality, their shots not close enough. They've had the chances. Alpha, he loses his 50. Flying across the pitch is Fairy Peak to keep control. No boosts, trying to work something towards the net. Barca, Ronicky, clear it out. Ronicky out of the play. Alpha will have to go the distance, and he'll be blocked by Devo. Maybe Vitality got something here. K-Dot, good touch, but up already is Ronicky. Cleared out to the sidewall. K-Dot catches this, and he can't find the continuing touch. Barca win 1-0.
Barca, a 1-0 win, but it was quality. It was quality. Devo with a beautiful pass over to Ronicky, followed it up with that strike. Then the defense from Barca, rock solid. Flakes, pre-jumping, getting in the way of the shot, blocking the shot. It was followed up quickly by a nice save from Ronicky. Good moments on both the defensive and offensive end for Barca.
But that play right there, it was excellent from Devo on the side. You see him take
small touch, bait in the defender,
perfect.
Pass it right by him, right to Ronicky. And what are you going to do to stop that shot? Not much.
Not much at all. Controlling the ball as Devo does, it doesn't always have to be a dribble. It's just those small touches, because those small touches will bait out defenders more times than not. Because you think, okay, he's got this touch. You see Devo's car, you know he has to accelerate pretty quickly, so you think, I have a straight line at this ball. I'm going to go get it. That's how it gets you every time. That's why those small touches are so deadly, and that's why we put so much emphasis on control of the ball that way, because it results in that. A goal, and the only goal Barca needed.
You're exactly right, Jorby. This was such a close game, the one-goal game. The thing that put him over the top was Devo's ability to pass, his ability to bait in that defender. Lovely play from Barca. Very composed, very composed. It seems like it's a different mindset from this team, or for this team from last season. They made a change. They brought in Flakes. And to change out a player that was awarded MVP, you must really believe that Flakes is the answer, and so far it has proved to be the case.
And Vitality, K-Dop had a couple of chances, tough chances as they might have been. It's not that Vitality were without the offensive output. The shots were there. But Barca defensively, the shots just weren't good enough every time for Vitality. I think that's what I can really sum up that game one for them as. Not good enough on the shots. It's a good win. Alpha can't find that touch. He will secure the boost as Fairy Peak moves up. So Vitality, early boost game is theirs. K-Dot on the catch, pass, and oh, it's muscled in by Alpha 54, securing the lead for Vitality.
Ronicky, he makes the first save, which is hard enough. This is almost a hopeless situation. K-Dop and Alpha both grazing that ball afterwards. Alpha,
a pincer.
The second effort, pushing it past. K-Dop with a world-class pass into the middle.
And that's exactly what Vitality need for game two. A little more confidence on the offensive end. Scoring this goal will help that endeavor. And I'm looking at K-Dop. K-Dop will get another, or a couple more chances.
And that
was a good shot.
That was probably closer than it should have been. It was such a good pass. Alpha had all net to shoot on. Ronicky,
good bump,
still almost made the save.
K-Dop got the bump. Fairy Peak can't get the goal even when they execute. Fairy Peak was just too far back. It took too long to get there. It was just enough time for two members of Barca to recover. But now they're starting to struggle. Ronicky did grab a midfield boost, so it does relieve a little bit of pressure, but they gotta find the ball. Alpha off the back wall, and it's saved right into Flakes. Alpha couldn't find the net.
Vitality. It seems like Barca threw a rock at a hornet's nest with the way that Vitality has come out in this game.
Swarming, and it's a goal for Devo. It came for free off the backboard. Tie game for Barcelona.
Just as I say it, K-Dop, he's retreating back towards net. Flakes doesn't get the touch whatsoever. He might have been expecting Flakes to get a touch there, and when he didn't, Devo was right there to read it off the backboard and get the equalizer. The defense that Barca played up to this point has been very good. Even though they did let that goal in, they have stopped other chances that were threatening. Most defenses would let those in as well.
And right now, Flakes against the corner. I thought Barca had another chance there. But it is thrown away. Again, this is the most efficient offense in Europe in Barca Esports. They get chances, they convert them a quarter of the time. Flakes win here. Fairy Peak on the challenge. It's kind of like, almost like a speedier game of what we saw against Veloce and Reciprocity, where Veloce were winning every 50. Feels like Barca are winning every 50. Vitality hit one or two chances, but they've been hitting that corner every time, but can't find a goal.
Take solace in the fact that K-Dop is passing out of his mind. And unfortunately for Vitality, Fairy couldn't hit the shot. But what a quality pass again from K-Dop. However, you're 100% right, Jorby. Where's the finishing? Vitality, they have had such quality finishing historically, but right now in this game, in this series, it has not been up to par.
Yeah, it's those corner shots that they always scored in previous seasons. They get so much right on offense. Oh, with a pinch, and Ronicky has the save. Right up high, Ronicky. That was wonderfully done. It was going to bounce off the crossbar, but had he let it rebound, it would have been dangerous. Devo will do what he can. That's a wonderful challenge by Devo. Did what he could in the corner with little boost. Secures his own, and will take that away from Vitality as well. But still, it's Barca struggling, and that's a shot, and it's good for Fairy Peak. Vitality take the lead back.
You can't give Vitality this many shots on net and not expect them to score. Fairy Peak threads it past Devo and Ronicky in net.
And Devo had to handle that bounce after that first challenge. He came across the net, and he was going a little too fast, so he had to stop. And then it didn't put him in the best position for the challenge, which allowed Fairy Peak and K-Dop to come in and really muck things up on defense. And Fairy Peak just takes the ball away. And now Vitality out of nowhere, 2-goal lead.
Fairy Peak just dominating right now. Devo didn't get the greatest touch. It was an awkward ball. That's a tough one to try to get to the corner. And Fairy Peak will clean it up after the rebound. Vitality start to pull away in game 2.
About a minute left for Barca. That's up high for K-Dop. Again, that was the thing, is Vitality, the only difference in game 1 was that K-Dop missed 2 shots. This time, they started out the same, and then they finally started to fix the accuracy. And then Fairy Peak taking advantage of a mistouch from Devo. Vitality looking much better as game 2 winds down. There's a boost steal and a demo. Flakes getting just tossed around. And Fairy Peak handles it. Now it's Vitality winning every challenge, even on defense. Alpha just beats the attacker to the ball.
The double tap didn't do what he wanted, though.
We'll wave dash into this to try to get a little bit of speed. And it does give Fairy Peak a chance at the ball. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that time is wasted. Wasted indeed. K-Dop, back wall, secure. Alpha, one more touch. Put it on the ground. And Vitality will take game 2.
And Fairy Peak says, Alpha, I'm just going to end this for us. Hitting that ball to the ground. But Vitality, they had numerous chances on that 11 shots to 7 from Barca. Vitality taking shot after shot after shot off these wonderful passes from K-Dop. Even some missed chances. This easily could have been 5-1 in favor of Vitality.
Yeah, Fairy Peak's first shot bounced off that corner.
Then taking a look at this play, Fairy Peak didn't even need any boost really to get that job done. He saw what was happening, saw Devo awkward on the back wall. Flakes wasn't in net.
Yeah, what happened?
No one was back. He had to take the hit off the wall. Unfortunately for him, didn't get the quality cleared to the corner. It's a tough situation to be in. And Vitality walk all over Barca in game 2.
Well, Barca, unfortunate circumstance for Devo there. I'm just curious what went on the rotation. I think that was right after the kickoff, though, so it's potential just it was unfortunate bounce.
And Flakes was out of net. You needed someone in net. It was up to Devo. It was absolutely up to Devo. He knew he had to make that touch.
For sure. I think that Barca, at the start of this game, again, it was looking good. They had good control of midfield, and then they slowly lost it. And Vitality were still finding shots. They have to prevent these shots from Vitality, because if they keep coming, I don't know if they can hold.
Yeah, the speed in the midfield.
Yeah.
That Vitality has just brought on, and especially the control from K-Dop. K-Dop taking the ball, keeping it close, waiting for his opportunity to pass that into the middle. He was passing multiple balls in there. Got Alpha his first goal. Got Fairy Peak a nice opportunity that he put away.
Now up high. Vitality in week 2, upset by Singularity. Came into today with a lot to prove. Alpha stepped up in a big way earlier, and he's been very integral for Vitality in this series. It's been K-Dop on those passes, but it's also been Alpha on these challenges in midfield. K-Dop was looking for just that tap down off the top of his car. Fairy Peak right here. K-Dop off the backboard. He can't find it. Devo picks up the rebound. Good challenge from Flakes. Devo looking for a dunk, and Fairy Peak takes the ball away.
Flakes even got the bump on the last defender back. Tried to slow down the play. Almost worked out for Barca.
Devo still has the touch in midfield. He's just working with no boost now. That touch will be Flakes off the backboard. Fairy and K-Dop both commit. Fairy Peak got down quickly, and Barca aren't going to be quick enough to the ball. Another challenge from Devo. Can't secure Vitality's boosts, and Flakes will play this off his own backboard. Love this from Flakes. Beautifully carried off his own backboard and wins this 50. I'm not sure if he got that boost or not, but Devo is on the attack. Ronicky wanted that pass, but it was too far forward.
And it was beautiful from Flakes. We've seen a couple demos from Devo now as well. That shot off the crossbar. But Flakes opting to keep possession himself. He took 2 defenders out of the play, opened up so much space for Barca to go for that infield pass. Barca just couldn't convert. But regardless, heads-up play from Flakes, and a confident one.
That Ghostbusters card doing him well.
I was trying to watch it a player game. Every time he boosts, the back doors fly open.
It's amazing. It's a great car, and he looks comfortable in it. Like, those catches, those dribbles look very, very easy on the eyes. And he's clearly comfortable right now. And that's the, oh, what a bump from Devo, but
Devo's
Barca playing safe on the rotation. Sorry, go ahead.
Barca gets the lead.
Flake scores off this touch from Fairy Peak. It was Ronicky with a great touch off of Fairy's hood.
And K-Dop couldn't get to the challenge in time.
And it came out of nowhere. Flakes picks up that goal, just being in the right spot for it. So it jetted off of that corner, and Barca looked pretty good. Up, K-Dop, blocked. Broken up again. He misses that touch. It would have messed Flakes up, but now he's on the dribble. Flicks it over. The defender doesn't have it, but there's space now for Alpha. Alpha carrying this himself. Ronicky barely has the save off the crossbar. Fairy Peak, another one off the backboard. Flakes will chase it down. Nothing for Vitality. And that last touch from Flakes forced a poorer than expected touch from K-Dop. Ronicky up off the corner. He's going to use everything he has to get back to it, but he just missed the dunk on the Fairy. Barca held a 1-goal lead for the entirety of game number 1. And they are currently doing so, but how long can it last? K-Dop hunting in front of the box. Vitality finally tied.
Not very long. Fairy Peak gets a quality challenge, bumps Devo off the line. Flakes had to go into reverse. He was not pointing in the right direction, but I mean, it's a tough situation to be in. You're in the middle of the net. K-Dop, he's got the entire net to shoot on, and it's K-Dop. A lot of times he'll put those in. He did right there. And we're back to even.
Pass to Fairy Peak from K-Dop. The shot is blocked. Double commit, though, from Barca. Up high, Alpha. Nothing. But this touch will be right back to Alpha. K-Dop wanted that badly, but Flakes had it cut off. It's Alpha who owns this corner on Barca's half. Flakes forced to wait. Now Fairy Peak takes control. Fairy Peak. Another tap out. K-Dop is just waiting for it. Vitality are just sharks in the water right now. Waiting for these touches from Barca. They can't even get it past their own third.
And a double commit, it wouldn't help, or didn't help much.
What?
And a bump from K-Dop. Chaos in front of Ned.
K-Dop's like, you should have went. Trust me, Ferry.
He was doing
Absolutely
work.
no trust he was going to
doing
get that
work.
bump. Yeah,
I mean, it was just an odd situation.
For sure. Somehow Barca get out of that. I mean, that was wonderful pressure from Vitality. They were getting those boost steals, but then it was one win in the corner that allowed them to get a clear, Barca, and now they're slowly swinging things back into their favor. Both of these teams really good at holding the ball, holding possession for multiple opportunities. But
and especially Flakes, he's such a confident player. We've already seen it before. As soon as they recognize they have space, they're not afraid to take it, and they're so good at recognizing it, not panicking and hitting the ball away, giving up possession. When you can, you want to keep that ball close, just like Alpha's doing right here, getting past multiple defenders.
Ooh. Had he not got chipped there, he might have had a 50 against Ronicky too. It's still 1-1. Devo, no touch. It'll be one more for Flakes, and that will kill the ball. Well, this is a tense game 3. If I've ever felt one, who will come away with the game 3 win? Both teams have had good looks. High off the backboard. Barca are a little jumpy on defense. That could bite them if they're not careful. They do clear this ball out.
We've seen it a couple times, Jorby, where they are jumpy and they send 2 players at the same ball. So far, it hasn't really come back to haunt them. But in overtime, one mistake, that's all it takes to cost you the game.
Flakes opting for control. Ronicky having to side flip back to it. Pass from K-Dop to Fairy Peak. It'll be out to the corner. Oh, favorable bounce for Alpha. Off the ceiling. How does he find the read? K-Dop's shot is blocked for now. Fairy Peak will score, and Vitality take the lead in the series.
You called him jumpy, Jorby. We'll take a look at this. Flakes and Ronicky both jumped for that. Flakes got the first block, but Ronicky used up all his boost when he initially jumped and wasn't in position, didn't have boost for the follow-up. Vitality overwhelm Barca in overtime and get the game 3 win.
And this was such a flow back and forth where Barca would take control of midfield. They would have those passes, but it was Vitality stopping the ball on their back wall in the corners. Then Vitality, it would switch back to them where Alpha owned Barca's corner for a straight 20 seconds and kept just shoveling the ball back in front of the box, back in front of the box. And then Barca would somehow come away with it. And it led to this low-scoring game between these two teams. I truly believe that this is our match of the day, James.
It really is. These teams well-matched. Barca hanging in there with Vitality, but if you're a Vitality fan, you're liking the way things are going. You're liking the direction this week. Alpha, big series earlier on, getting involved with the play. Now Vitality, the triple threat, all players getting involved. K-Dop, he's been having some great passing. The shooting at times, not as polished as we've seen from Vitality, but they still make up for it with their possession game. Slowly, we're starting to see Vitality control more and more of the possession, keeping Barca back. We're starting to see Barca make mistakes on defense, sending multiple players at the ball because of the pressure that Vitality's putting them under. And a lot of it is credit to K-Dop, credit to Alpha for keeping those first touches close to them so that they can carry the ball downfield, force the defenders for Barcelona to stay in net and stay back, which allows everyone else from Vitality to move up the field. And then they start getting the boost stealing in, and before you know it, Vitality's taking shot after shot on net. But Barca, they're hanging in there. And they're not too late.
Yeah, there's a lot to like for Barca. They've had a lot of good possessions themselves. Flakes continues to be consistent. There's a pass to Flakes from Ronicky, taken away. Vitality, that infield pass is not going to work anymore for Barca. In the last about 5 or 6 times they have tried, it has been easily defended by the player coming back on the rotation who will cut in where Barca aren't expecting and just take the ball away. And I do love Alpha this week. Oh, that shot is good, though. I love Ronicky even more right now. Off that shot, it was a bouncing laser.
Ronicky pinches that off Alpha, who was going for the flip reset, quickly gets to the ball. Taking it full field. Yeah, Alpha had the flip reset, and he was going for it. Ronicky jumped off the back wall, immediately challenging him, and it kicked off with absolute speed. It must have been a pinch.
Beautifully done by Ronicky.
Ronicky didn't want to give Alpha any space. Alpha had a lovely first touch to pop it up and go for the flip reset, but the play took too long to develop.
54 again, Vitality, it doesn't matter, tie game.
He tried the flip reset, that didn't work. So he'll just go with a double tap. That seems to work just fine. Smashes it in under the crossbar.
That's the Alpha 54 Vitality fans were hoping to see this season. He delivers big time, low off the backboard.
He's getting comfortable, Jorby. You could tell in previous weeks that Alpha, he maybe it was mental, maybe he was struggling to fit in with the team. But now, things are working out just fine for him. Going for another double.
Oh, and save this time. Popped up high, Fairy Peak's there and doesn't have a second touch. Flakes will clear it away. Now, quick transition, Flakes. The shot is almost good, but it's saved by Alpha 54. Flakes turning around off the ceiling. He wants to keep this close. Back to it on the 50, taken away by K-Dot. And Alpha, my biggest question for Vitality was how are they going to replace Scrub's defense? While Alpha was on TSM, his defense was subpar. And that was my big concern for Alpha 54, is how he was going to develop that on Vitality. Today, it's been solid overall for Alpha 54 overall, but Barcelona still putting on the pressure. Now Alpha, he's got a breakaway opportunity, no boost, one to beat, flicks it up, and it's off the crossbar. Out, but centered for K-Dot, saved again by Ronicky. Flakes has the clear out. Somehow Barca hang on.
Almost made that play happen. Flakes narrowly missing that one, saved by K-Dot.
Another one, but this time cut out a lot sooner. Flakes on the rotation back, kicks it high on the save.
Shot after shot coming in on one end, then the other.
And they're quick passes too on the shots. It's so quick. Another one, it's off the post. Huge chance for Vitality. Tough angle on the shot. Flakes gets another clear out. He's had crucial 50s in the last minute that have prevented several shots in a row on net. Here's one for Barcelona, and Devo will confirm 2-1.
A gorgeous shot from Devo. He sees Alpha coming in for the challenge, and so he side flips, which allows him to delay the contact timing of his hit and get around Alpha and put it past him.
Well,
that was next level from Devo.
And that was after a flurry of shots from both teams. Just quick passes and great saves. K-Dot, a flip reset, almost falls down, but Ronicky has the save for now. Fairy Peak, excuse me. No shot for him, and Alpha carrying it back around.
No, they used to be on the same team.
I got a little excited.
I used to struggle with that all the time.
Both their names start with F, close enough. Well, Fairy can't force his way through. Alpha 54 will try to carry it around for him. Pace is slowed down a little bit, but you know it's just one shot you're waiting for on some of these touches. Flakes chasing this down with Devo. He'll pick up a demo on one, but it's Fairy Peak with control. Fairy up around the corner. Nothing really yet for Vitality, but this is how they've been scoring against Barcelona. K-Dot was going for the challenge win, didn't expect the whiff.
And that was a bad whiff there from Devo. However, did not cost Barca.
They are back in the orange half, but Alpha has control of the ball. Another flick. It's been great control from Alpha. Fairy Peak on the pass from K-Dot. The 50 against the back wall. Alpha 54 on his way out of the stadium will buy a little bit of time for K-Dot to make that challenge, and now forced to race back is Devo.
Flakes getting so aggressive, he actually got Alpha again off spawn.
Flakes off the back wall, just bounces it off the ramp. Light shot from Devo, and it's popped right over Ronicky's head. Alpha fighting for possession. Ronicky will take it away. It's still Barca with the lead. Time expiring, taken away by Flakes around the corner. Now another potential shot. Demo from K-Dot. K-Dot pops it up. The net's wide open. Fairy Peak scores. Tie game.
A huge play. Flakes, he was too late to the challenge. Ronicky also too slow. That pop from K-Dot right to Fairy Peak. Barcelona a step slow to both challenges. And now they've let Vitality in the door.
The gap closers, Vitality on offense. Fairy Peak, another one to K-Dop, but it's broken up. Quick transition, Devo is stopped by Alpha. K-Dop to Alpha, blocked barely by Flakes as he's exiting the stadium. K-Dop back over to Fairy Peak, and that would have been a goal with a little more time, but we are in OT, James.
Vitality can close it out here. Inspired play from them.
Bounced off the ramp. Alpha off the ceiling, and a good touch around to the corner. Flakes, he juked Fairy Peak on the play. Flakes taken away by K-Dop. Still Barca's ball. Ronicky off the ceiling. He does make the challenge happen and allow Devo to get back and support Flakes on Fairy Peak's carry. That is a dangerous ball in front of the crossbar. Devo excellently jumps off the line for the save.
Handled that pressure quite well. He had whipped a defensive touch earlier. That was an even more high-pressure situation, but dealt with it coolly.
Flakes slows the play down, gives Devo a look. K-Dop getting chipped on that pop-up, and it will be Ronicky's ball because of that bump. Now high off the ceiling, straight in front of the box, nothing. Devo has to muscle his way through Alpha just to get a chance at the ball. He takes it away from Fairy Peak. Flakes has that next touch. Alpha again up for this. It is a battle in the air, a dogfight in the skies between Vitality and Barca. Who comes away the victor? Who stands after this? K-Dop's shot is blocked by Ronicky. Barca hang on defense.
It looked like K-Dop might have been in position to end it right there, but didn't get the shot he was looking for. Good stop from Devo, but it's right back to K-Dop. Fairy will take Flakes out of the play as well. K-Dop, flip reset.
Oh, on the win too. Fairy Peak just couldn't get there again. That second man on both sides of the field has been critical in keeping the game alive for both teams. Alpha now, space, pops it up high. He's gonna take it himself. Alpha over Flakes and taken away once again by Devo on the backboard. He flips over one. Ronicky close behind him, chips one away. It's been a physical game in overtime so far. Flakes off the corner. K-Dop just gets to the touch. Back to his own. He can't. Taken away by Ronicky.
Devo tried to get Alpha on a demo, but Alpha waited, delayed, ended up having to throw his car into reverse.
Flakes' touches have been pretty dangerous as he's controlling the ball in the air and on the ground, but here's Alpha. He's got Fairy Peak. The tip in, and Vitality take the series!
Fairy Peak in the perfect spot, comes off the wall, and it looked like he'd even touched a defender of Barca. Alpha, he saw Fairy, was trying to get it to him, and it went right there.
What an OT. Baby. That Vitality right there.
Vitality, you know.
That is the Vitality that everybody was like, Vitality are S tier.
This is season. Why they made the move, Jarby. This is why they made the move. They believe in Alpha. K-Dop has never been a player that's afraid to shake things up. He left the best team in Rocket League history to go start anew, and it worked out for him. Scrub Killa, they made it to the grand finals with him, but they bring in Alpha. He's a player that does what he wants, and he gets results. And Vitality getting results in this series. It was a fun one to watch. Barca matched up nicely. They were playing.
It could have easily been fun.
They were playing beautiful Rocket League, both teams. But Vitality was they're back. Vitality's back.
I totally agree. I agree on all counts, James. I think Barca. There's so much to like about this team. And every time, even in high-pressure situations, there was very few times this Barca team cracked under pressure. It was just relentless from Vitality. And Barca returned the favor many times over.
Barca, they started strong. They started strong, but near the ends just started to sputter out, and Vitality kept building momentum through the entire series. Their passes, their possession game were just too much. It was just too much, and then that's when Barca's defense started to crumble a little bit. So the defensive plays, they need to tighten that up a little bit for Barca, but their offense is still something to marvel at, and I can't wait to continue to see these teams play out the rest of their league play and maybe even see them clash at the regional championship.
It could be a matchup we see in the future. Vitality have a huge week, 2-0 today, to put themselves right back in the thick of the conversation. Leaf, guys, how about that series?